Hello everyone, this is Warpster77 tuning into another video, and today I am here bringing you another SMG 101, and it is the AUG A3 Para. Now, what this SMG's primary function is a close quarters AUG variant. It fires a 9mm and it offers 25 bullets, so it's kind of like a modified UMP in the sense that it doesn't have as much kill factor. This is like the Glock 18, but SMG form. It's kind of like when I said the UMP is like the M9. This is like the G18 or G17 even in SMG form, because it has very low long range damage. That is ridiculous. Anyway, shit, I didn't even push that, but it has very little to no long range damage, and this thing's gun does not have a lot of range damage. But oddly enough, its muzzle velocity is insanely high, and this gun's bullet drop is almost none, without a suppressor, of course. But even then, it's still pretty spot on. I mean, you can cross map tap fire with this like nothing, and don't even bother to worry about bullets because you can pick up ammunition from any SMG and pistols. So this is like the MP5 of SMGs as far as maintaining bullets goes. Oh shit, we're only a few kills behind. Yeah, so this weapon is for a very long time I was very adamant not using it a lot because I didn't really like the fact that the range was so small. But after being around like the MP510 and all these other guns, you know, this one didn't seem so bad. I used to use it quite a bit, but then I discovered another love of SMGs, such as the UMP and etc, etc. Now, something that is very interesting with the AUG is that, oh Jesus Christ, die already. It has a very high tendency to be a bullet hose, but if you don't use a grip on this, it has very low recoil. So that's just a nice little advantage that it has, but also it has less control without a grip. So when my classes are, when I'm showing you my classes, kind of understand that that's the angle for this is go low grip, mainly focus on the barrel that you're using. That is the main thing that will determine your recoil's effect. And the next map, mall map, is kind of what I was after. I just kind of wanted to get this one out of the way because this is my like all-around weapon that I don't need to use, or all-around setup, not all-around weapon, all-around setup that I can use in multiple environments whenever I need it, in a sense. So if I need to use this weapon, this is my go-to setup, like right off the get-go. It has its own set downfalls as it is, like I said, the low range thing, but I'm very happy with it, so yeah. Anyway, I'm demonstrating a little bit. Oh, you shithead. You took three M1911 bullets. That's more than enough to waste your ass. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Or, I lied, it was Metro. But anyway, it still follows the same purpose. So, this is another good setup for the AUG, and it's a PKAS sight with the compensator, angled grip, and green laser. It's a good all-around weapon to use, but again, or all-around setup. I keep saying weapon when I mean setup, and I need to not use this pistol while I'm using this, while I'm using the AUG. Another thing to keep in mind is that it does not have a substantial amount of ammunition in the cartridge. So it only has 25 bullets, so use it like an UMP sparingly, but the problem is with this one, it has a slight advantage over the AS Val, being it does have those extra 5 bullets, but it's not a very high advantage. Like other SMGs that have 30 bullets, this one, again, only has 25. And again, the stability on this is very, very low. So once you move, expect for a lot of no bullets to really hit. It's very stagnant. Kind of like the Mosin, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you move with the Mosin, it misses a lot of bullets very, very easily. So you have to kind of stand still, which is not very good for a striking weapon. Just die already. Again, this gun's range is not very promising with how low of a range it really does have as far as damage goes. Because you reach minimum damage very, very quickly. What the fuck? Okay then, person. Alright, let me just switch my secondary. I'll go with the M9. But no, this is a very good go-to setup as well. Personally, I choose to use the, like I said, the M145 with Delta Sight, so that I can get those long-range engagements to medium-range engagements, but I can also just go to the very low recoil canted Delta Sight if need be. It's also really good for close quarters combat, as you would imagine. Jeebus Christ, you mother... I don't even know where they're spawning because my team's so confused. So, again, just don't move too much, and it'll generally stay stable. That's kind of one thing with the vertical grip that it will offer you, and I'll show you what I mean in the next class, that is. So, hold on tight, and I'll get right to that as soon as I die. Yeah. Now, this setup here, I use the Mars sight in particular because this thing doesn't really want to move that much. So it is a very effective way to help with the stability when aiming with this weapon in particular. Oh, where is he going? Is he going that way? Is he going this way? Where is he going? See what I mean? Very, very low in minimal recoil. Especially when proned. Because at that rate, you have total control of the weapon, and there's not really a lot of kick in this gun in particular, and that's why a grip is not necessary. Yeah, it's very, very, very powerful when just getting up close and personal. Very good striking weapon, I might add. Maybe not as best as some other SMGs, such as the AS-Val or the Surmaher. But this is a very good all-around one. That one is specific. Those weapons are specifically targeted to striking, and this one can take out multiple targets rather easily, whereas the AS-Val and the Surmaher don't have the bullet capacity. Well, now the extended mag is out, so the AS-Val does have that advantage as well. But the Surmaher already has its little contributions, such as being able to fit barrel attachments onto its own, you prick. Ah, I'm stuck. Oh, hi there. Whoa, 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 what the fuck? I must have, like, vaulted over him. Anyways, I'm gonna use some of the suppressors now, so hold on. Alright, and here we have another setup. All the sights are generally good on this one. Now, as far as the PKA goes, I just line it up with a sight, it shoots, it kills, it's dead. The reason the ARS is really the only best solution for the AUG Para is because it keeps it from a 7-hit kill to a 6-hit kill, while maintaining basically the same level of suppression as would any other, except the normal suppressor, which turns it into almost a 9-hit kill, and you have no muzzle velocity, you have no muzzle velocity, so it doesn't really do a whole lot for you, versus the ARS, which can basically offer you just about as much efficiency as you could get from these guns with a suppressor. Oop, time to run. Hey, the once teammates actually came and backed me up. Now, running around with this gun is very, very easy to do because it's very light, it's very fast, it kills quick, just like the AS-Val, but something to keep in mind if you want to use it on this map is camping out the purple room. Obviously, the reason why I'm running around now is because the teams I'm currently paired with is very passive and one is very aggressive. So to get you really any footage, I have to kind of run around and play a little bit against my own strategy. But normally, I would probably just sit in this purple room here and let them come to me rack up some kills without risk of real death. So, I mean, because the only time you really be in trouble using this kind of setup in the positioning is if you were to peek out and stuff. So, with that in mind, that's kind of the purpose of this class, is if you want to be a if you want to hold down an area really effectively without being detected, this is a very good gun and setup for it. So, I'm going to move on to my final class. Ooh, let's open a case while this thing shows up. Ah, come back here. I hate that. Where it just automatically boots you back to the main menu. It's very annoying. Let's see what we get. I kind of like these cases the best because... Ooh, I haven't gotten this one before. Aw, what is that? Fern? Oh, well. Anyway, that's cool. Alright, on to the next class. So, say you really don't use hipfire a lot, right? And say you want long-range engagements with AUG PARA, but still hold its countermeasure in close quarters combat if you're a more point-and-click shooter. This is probably the best setup for you in this regard because you have fitted long-range sight, you have... shit. You have very good close quarters abilities, just like that, while also maintaining that long-range, low recoil sight that everyone loves. Ah, you crazy bitch. Bitch. And that's probably one thing that a lot of people underestimate is how useful... What the fuck? I don't understand why the knives are turning into a one-hit kill. I've been one-hit killed by more knives than should be, and it's not because I've been getting backstabbed. It's kind of ridiculous at this rate in time. Because now, when you are super close and they don't stand still, that can be a problem because, like I said, the sway on this is not very user-friendly. Also, where is my team spawning? I don't know anymore. Anywho, so... Something to keep in mind is, yes, the weapon sway is very, very harsh, but it's also very good against shotgunners and knife users in particular. So, yeah, that's kind of really all I have as far as AUG PARA goes. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's very diversible, much like the AUG A1, except in the range of suppression. Unless you want to use it, and you have to get close for it to be any sort of effective in any which way, shape, or form. Like, effective at any of those ranges, it'd be only close. Because once you put a suppressor on AUG PARA, you are pretty much setting in stone that it is going to be a 7 to 8 hit kill beyond like 60 studs. Which is more than, or which is the same range as an M9. Wow, you took a lot of bullets to drop me there, bud. But anyway, I'm going to try and raise back up my KD, and I will see you all in the next video. This is Warpster77 signing out. Asta!